This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand for the morning of July 5th, 2022. I'm Wes Mills. The majority owner of Indy 11 soccer team and one of the developers behind a $1 billion redevelopment project, including a soccer stadium, says his organization examined 20 potential locations. The organization settled on the 18-acre Diamond Chain manufacturing site on the western edge of downtown Indianapolis. During an appearance on Inside Indiana Business with Gary Dick, Ursal Ozdemir said the redevelopment project could be a linchpin for the area.
It created a village, and people live, work, play year-round to do that. Stadium is just, but for stadium, it's hard to do that, so it's helping to make this dream come true.
The Indiana legislature has agreed to pay for 80% of the stadium cost through a special taxing district it approved in 2019. But the broader project, which includes residential and retail space and office buildings, will still need a number of zoning and financial approvals from the city and state before it could become a reality. Pittsburgh-based Alcoa Corporation says it has curtailed one of 3 operating smelting lines at its Warwick operations facility in Newburgh. The company says the move was made due to, quote, operational challenges, but did not provide specifics. The aluminum maker did not say whether any jobs would be affected by the decision to scale back production. In April 2021, Alcoa sold the rolling mill business at the Warwick plant to Kaiser Aluminum, but Alcoa retained ownership of the smelter units. The global shortage of computer chips and other parts forced General Motors to build 95,000 vehicles and park them without certain components during the second quarter. GM's Fort Wayne plant has paused production several times because of the lack of microchips. The Detroit automaker said in a regulatory filing Friday that most of the incomplete vehicles were built in June, and it expects most of them to be finished and sold to dealers before the end of the year. The shortage has limited the supply of new vehicles on dealer lots in the U.S. to around 1 million. In normal years, it's about 4 million at any given time. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of central Indiana's business community, and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and insideindianabusiness.com.
Indianapolis-based Glick Philanthropies is awarding nearly $700,000 in grant funding to 90 organizations in 11 states. 14 Indianapolis-based organizations are among the recipients. The Glick Relief Fund is used to support organizations that promote food access, transportation, and emergency shelters, among other services. Glick says food access was elevated as the area with the greatest need this year. If you enjoyed a fireworks show during the 4th of July holiday, be sure to thank a chemist. Paul Smith works for Purdue University's Department of Chemistry as the Director of Lecture Demonstrations. He's also president of the Pyrotechnics Guild International. He's been in the business for about 30 years. Smith likes to teach the chemistry behind the kaboom.
Chemistry deals with molecules and atoms that we can't see in that. But in fireworks, it's in a big enough scale, large enough presentation, that now we can see actually what's going on at a very small level in a large way.
He says there are close to 1,000 licensed retailers in Indiana that can buy and sell fireworks with a state-issued permit. The Indiana Department of Education is awarding nearly 100 schools and community partners more than $57 million in the Explore, Engage, and Experience grant funding. The IDOE says the 3E funding will support schools working to strengthen and expand effective career pathways. A full list of recipients can be found on our website. I'm Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.